Yeah.
Remember we talked about how that would be like a body towel would be weird right there?
Like a shower towel next to the toilet?
Yeah.
Well, why do you think they put that in then? I don't know.
I don't know. They must have had a towel there.
Yeah.
Or something, but I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense to me to have that right there. Especially since we have the thing on the back of the door that we use.
Maybe it was a crap rag. Like they would use it to wipe their butt.
Gross.
I don't know why else you would put it there.
I don't know, but I might take it off.
Okay. I think you just
unscrew it. Yeah, I know. I took the one off in the kids' bathroom.
You're gonna have to paint underneath it.
God, I know.
And you
I have to do it again in the kids.
The painting project in the bathroom painting project is ongoing.
But our bathrooms look so much better than they did when they were brown.
Yeah. The brown fit the vibe a little better of pooping and
nobody wants you to sit in that vibe. Nobody wants that vibe.
I actively chase that vibe.
I know you do.
3 times a month.
This color, you have to keep in mind that you share this bathroom with me.
Yeah.
And why it's your workspace for this part. I'm also in this bathroom frequently. And
I think that I definitely spend more time in this bathroom than you.
I think you do too. And I think I'm going to change the color of the mats this year too. I think I'm gonna go
we just got those mats last year.
Yeah, but the one by the toilet seat is terrible. Look at it. It's all like...
It's fine.
Where your feet have been for so long. And it's like left feet.
Are you saying that I have ruined our mat?
You can't even
due
to
fix
podcasting? It and taking a shower. Like I've washed it and washed it. But it's so matted in those places where your shoes sit that there's no fixing it.
And you're saying that
I'm going to just throw it away.
That I have contributed to that being worse through podcasting.
Put your feet on it. I bet they fit perfectly in those shoes.
This is how I just sat down. You're seeing exactly how I sit.
But when you go to the bathroom.
I have to have a wide berth. Otherwise, my hip locks up from sitting on the toilet for like 30 minutes to an hour. Well, when I sit down to poop, no, I give a pretty wide...
You literally just sat like to poop and stuck your feet directly in those.
I was seeing where that was, and that's not it. This is not how I sit. Nobody sits with their knees that close together to poop.
I don't know.
I'm going to get pee everywhere if I do that. I have to have it wider so that way I can aim better.
I don't know, honey. Somehow there's feet prints and it's just ruined it, and I'm just going to throw it away.
The mat is not...
Why do we even need one in front of the toilet anyway?
Well, I don't know. It's nice.
Yeah, but look at it's ugly now.
When you're up in the middle of the night and the floor is cold, it's nice to have there.
Yeah, but it's ugly now.
It's not that bad. It just needs washed.
And I have washed it.
It needs fluffed.
You fluff it after this, and then we'll come back and you tell me if
you take it outside and shake it out, it'll be fluffed.
Let me show you real quick.
No,
get your foot off this.
No, it's fine. We're in the middle of something.
Give it to me.
Oh my gosh. Quit! Get it off of my stuff. It's got weird...
I just washed it. It's clean.
The floor ain't clean.
You cannot fluff this. Feel it. There's no
get it out of here.
You
right next to the mic. It's going to be by your face for the next... Again.
You can't fluff that.
Well, leave it over there if you hate it so much. Jeez. It's not even that bad.
It is bad. It's
bad. Then steal the one out of the kids' room. It's fine.
They don't have one around their toilet.
Are you sure?
100%.
I think we got rid of it because our son will pee everywhere on it.
Uh-huh. Oh, gosh. They have one in front of their sink, and they have one for when they take a shower.
I mean, I'm all for no mats at all. Freaking dog.
I like this mat because I like to stand. It helps my feet when I'm standing over there. But I think I got the wrong type when I got these last year. I got some cheaper ones.
They're fine. There's a lot of things that we should not spend money on, and that's high on the list. All right.
They do match my shower curtain.
I'm going to start this. We haven't even started it. It's just... Welcome back to Privy. Privy is a podcast about bathrooms, recorded from my home bathroom. I'm your host, Hunter Hoover, and I like bathrooms quite a bit. And here on Privy, we just got off of our annual celebration of our favorite holiday in February. We We talked about bears and all the beautiful things that they got going on their backside. And it's pretty exciting stuff back there.
Did you talk about like the tapeworms and stuff? Sorry.
Bear tapeworms? We didn't get there.
Remember I showed you that picture with the like grizzly bear walking, and it had like the
that's
the
right
6 feet of tapeworm coming
exclusive
out its butt.
part 2 right now.
Sorry,
Anna. I'm joined. You've already heard her. I'm joined by my wife. Anna, how are you?
I'm okay.
Okay, perfect.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm better now. Being reminded of the like 10-foot long tapeworm coming out the bear's rectum.
Yeah, that's why you don't eat bear meat without cooking it really well.
I don't eat any meat without cooking it very well. That's why I don't eat sushi, because that's insane. It's backwards. Anyway. At the point of this episode's release, people will have already, the day on the calendar marked St. Valentine's Day will already have been passed. So I'm not Catholic, so I don't anyway. But that's one of those. It's one of those holidays that everybody who celebrates it as like colloquially, because it's on the calendar, I like to remind them that they're Catholic for doing it, because it's definitely a Catholic feast day.
I didn't know it was a Catholic feast day.
Yeah, it's like the feast day for Saint Valentine. I'm like
about
90% sure.
Valentine.
Yeah. So anyway, they've got this like snuck in Catholic holiday on the calendar, so that's fun. But yeah, here on Privy, it's kind of become a tradition this time of year to have you on the show. Yeah. Every year, so as February gets close every year, when I say, Anna, do you want to come on the show in February again? What's going through your brain?
I kind of just expect it because
this ride again.
It's kind of become tradition that on like the episode that comes out just after Valentine's Day, it's always me. So no, I just feel like I'm gonna eventually run out of stories.
From my experience, whenever anybody goes on this show, and you don't even have to have a story. What happens right here is 90% of what all podcasting is just people talking about nothing. Yeah. The bathroom is just a vessel by which we get rid of our poo and also have conversation. Yeah, sometimes I go, is she, what is it? Sometimes I wonder if when I say, hey, do you want to be on the show again? If you're like, for what? For what purpose? You've been on 3 times officially, 4 times, 3 times after this episode officially, 4 times unofficially. We don't need to get into that. The person with, actually the careful ear won't be able to figure that out. I did a lot of things to that. People can't sort things out too well. But yeah, it's a celebration of Saint Valentine, and all of the merry things that he did. I think he shot people with an arrow.
That's Cupid.
But that's what he is, though.
I don't know.
I think that's what he is. So it's an opportunity for you to come on here and just out of the gate. I think you need to, update people on any just bathroom peculiarities of me. Like it's of
you.
Is there any like?
Hunter makes weird noises sometimes when he poops.
Okay, everybody makes weird noises.
No, sometimes he goes like, ah, like that's terrible. I can't do it. But he like whale screams. It's the only thing I can think of it.
Like the animal whale?
No, or like whale, like I don't know. It's like a weird, like half grown, half like moan whale yell thing.
You gotta grunt it out. And
maybe that's what. And
it's aggressive grunting.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. It's more than just aggressive grunting.
Perfect. You know what I don't understand is how you can hear that, but after every episode of this that I record here in our bathroom, can you verify that I do this? By the way, there's people that think that I say that
Oh no, we're literally in our bathroom right now.
No, but like every other episode.
Every other episode. Usually he records these on Saturday nights, and our kids stay the night at their grandparents' house. And so I'm usually in the front room.
We usher the children out of the home so that I can do my shameful podcast.
It's the day of the week that works well for grandma and grandpa, and the kids like to go and they get, a special night with them. And but I can always hear him in the front room.
No,
and I can't hear like all of it because sometimes he gets quiet, but like I can always hear when he starts talking, and I can usually hear just kind of like a soft undertone of different other things that he says, but it's mostly like he'll go Hunter's antidotes, and I can hear those.
Flip.
Yeah. Sometimes he gets a little quiet after he says that, and it's like harder, and I'll turn the volume down. Well, it's
because there has to be like a clear podcast behind the curtain. There has to be a clear, like, this is where I put a break so I can put music there.
Got it. Well, he does that, and sometimes when he comes back to talking, he's not as loud, and then it's harder to hear those. But sometimes he gets really excited about the things that he's saying on here, and he gets really loud. And he just like, I remember when he was recording the one about the koalas.
Oh yeah,
he got really loud.
They have chlamydia.
Yeah, I know. I told him all of these things.
You didn't tell me all of it.
I definitely told him about the pap, and he did not believe me at first.
Yeah, bears apparently do that. Well, some bears do that too.
It's just to help break down so they can eat other things. Anyway, but yeah, I can usually hear him okay.
For those who don't know.
But I'm also watching my own show, so.
They sup on the mom butthole, and it like gives them the stuff they need to break down the things they eat.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah.
That's science.
Mom produces it's called a pap. It's not.
That's the science of it.
It's not supposed to be just like poop. It's got special bacteria in it that the babies don't carry in their stomachs.
If an alien plopped down in front of these koalas and watched this happen, the summary statement would be the small koala sucks what looks like poop out of the mom butthole. That would be the summary statement.
Yeah, kind of.
Because they're disgusting. You know what's interesting is every time I record, I walk out and I say, "Could you hear me?" And you usually are like, "Oh no, not really, not really."
Just because sometimes you can't, and I turn a TV show on.
Do you turn the TV on to drown out the nonsense happening? It's
distracting to hear my show.
Have you ever heard me like scream sing the Fiber Buddies song?
Yes.
Perfect. I hope that you hear that through the wall.
I do hear the Fiber Buddies.
Yeah. Good.
Unfortunately.
No, you don't even. That's an original that I maybe ripped from the Muppets on Sesame Street, but that's beside the point.
You're going to confuse people with the Muppets on Sesame Street.
They are Muppets, and I'm not getting into this here. This is not the place for this. But what you need to know is there's 3 types of Muppets. There's little M Muppets, which are like puppets that have personalities outside of the person who owns them and like fists controls them. And then there's Muppets, which is big M, and that is all of those type puppets and some that are not puppets. That's the weird part. That Jim Henson created.
I think his name is Hanson.
Jim Henson created. All of the ones that he made are big M Muppets. And then there are the Muppets, which are the ones that appear in the Muppets franchise. And sometimes they're all 3, but sometimes they're not. And
sometimes they're human and sometimes
there's
not.
Human Muppets. Jim Henson is, I believe, a big M Muppet, but I don't know if he was ever in the show as himself. So I don't know if he is the Muppet.
I don't know.
It's confusing. I made our young adults group very angry with me at dinner the other night as I was like going through the list of who is a Muppet.
Like Jack Black.
Jack Black is a Muppet, according to this theory that I buy wholeheartedly. So any other things that I've been doing in here that have troubled you? This is your time. This is the airing. Like, there's people that air their grievances around the Christmas season. This is your moment to air the bathroom grievances that I have produced in your life.
I don't think so. I mean, we've been married for almost 10 years. I've gotten pretty used to your bathroom.
Let's go.
like stuff.
I'm simple and not difficult.
Yeah. No, you really.
I don't mean to toot my own horn. I feel like I do an okay job of keeping things moderately clean and also
You
not
always
being weird.
You always keep the toilet seat down. He didn't one time, and I fell in the toilet. And after
That was years ago.
After that, he
It was years ago.
And I am incredibly blind. Like I cannot. Anyway, and it was nighttime, and he had left it up, and I didn't see it, and I fell into the toilet. And after that, he got a very firm talking to about it. And after that, the toilet seat has always been down. I don't think he's ever left it up again.
Yeah, our friend and friend of the show, Chris, he is of the persuasion that women are of equal responsibility in maneuvering the toilet seat. But what do I know?
I cook the dinner in the house.
Yeah, I would say 99% of the time you cook the dinner.
So
There
you
have
can
been
put the
occasions.
toilet seat down.
There have been occasions where I have cooked.
Yeah, I'm
It's
usually
not.
sick.
It's not as good. Or you're working or something.
Yeah,
there's been a couple of those, but
or if I'm out for the night.
yeah, and it's usually a typical dad dinner.
Mac and cheese and chicken nuggets.
I made tacos. I do tacos pretty good.
Yeah,
Tacos are pretty easy.
You do tacos pretty good.
And if we get the hamburger helper flying, oh man.
Yeah, you do really good.
I can soup up a hamburger helper so
really
good.
well, yeah.
It's all that college survival days that I have. Okay. So quick check-in 1 year later. Have you performed a waffle stomp?
No.
Still a no. Okay. Bathroom snacks. Are we still a no on bathroom snacks?
Yeah, you shouldn't be eating while you're on the toilet.
Okay. Any other pet peeves that you've come to discover, myself or other people? I'm going to grip and rip this while you think. The question is, yes, I do it next to the mic on purpose.
I know. This is one of those things that I hear you say out in the. Our son sometimes drives me nuts.
Yeah.
When he misses, and doesn't wipe it up.
Yeah, that's just.
But he's learning. He's still little. He's still learning.
He's in his formative bathroom days,
and
where
so he's getting it.
Yeah.
I just have this like fear that he'll get it, and then he'll be a middle schooler, and then he'll do it again and not care because he's a middle schooler.
No, I think in my experience, the middle schoolers that can't figure it out had parents who didn't care to make them figure it out.
Oh yeah, no. You pee on the floor or anywhere that's not in the bowl, you clean that up.
Yep.
None of this like, oh well, why don't you do it? Nope. That's your responsibility.
Because I didn't spray it everywhere. Yeah, no, I've told him like the goal is to have nobody see your pee.
Yeah.
Like ever.
He's not terrible at it. It's just sometimes he's in a hurry to go do something else and he's not paying attention. But that's just typical little boy stuff.
Yeah. So like you said, we've been married almost 10 years. This July will be 10.
Yep.
Do you have any advice to share with people as we celebrate this moderately fake love holiday that is forced upon the masses?
You mean like advice
as far as
for
sharing a
being
bathroom
married?
with? Yeah.
I mean, you just have to kind of compromise in your space, I guess.
It helps we have two sinks.
It does help that we have two sinks. My stuff takes over about 2/3 of the sink.
It's facts. I'm staring at it as we speak.
He gets a tiny corner and I get most of it.
Yeah.
I have more stuff that I use regularly on the counter than he does.
Yeah. That's I don't know many guys who would have too terrible of a grievance with that though. Like here's the thing. If the guy has more products than the lady involved, figure it out. Like you shouldn't have more products than her.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
Yeah. But
you should question things about yourself if you have more.
A lot of sharing a bathroom is just compromising the space together and being understanding of things like, and being able to joke. Mm-hmm. Like you have to be able to joke and be comfortable in each other's space.
Yep.
And I think, we being almost married 10 years, we're pretty comfortable in each other's space.
Yeah, you poop with the door open, it solves a lot of these problems for you. It does.
Or like, the fan. We'll yell, "Can you come turn the fan on?"
Yeah.
And do that.
I've absolutely Shrek'd myself in this space. Come help me breathe.
Yep.
That's what the fan is code for. Is I've ruined the air. Well, so I had shared earlier, and I'll give you the whole show to think if you have any stories that you would like to share. Now that can you believe it's been but 20 minutes?
Oh,
Yeah,
dang,
it goes
sorry.
fast. No, don't be. From what I can tell, there's not a perfect length. There's people that say, the podcast episode should be 15 minutes. Shut up. Like, the people that are saying it should be anything is just dumb. Because some of the shows that I enjoy listening to the most, they're like 2 hours.
I listen to an Italian podcast, and depending on what lesson each episode is about determines the length of it. It can be anywhere before I think one of the shorter ones I've listened to is about 7 minutes.
Right.
But then I've listened to some that's closer to a half an hour. It just depends on the how hard a concept is, I guess.
Yeah.
And so
so there's not a perfect time. Mostly it's just how's your back doing? Because our chairs are super great.
Sorry. No,
you're fine.
My back's doing okay. I just have to keep shifting a little bit.
So while you think of stories, I thought it'd be fun to play a couple games on the show here.
Okay.
So effectively, you are the contestant. Hello.
Okay.
You're the first and only contestant on the Privy. I don't know what it's called. We don't have a name for it. I'm playing footsie over here.
I was just rubbing my foot back and forth.
So the first game, we're going to call this is title pending. It's called Rank the Peeves.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a list.
Okay.
And these are according to this this is how we do research. According to this website that I found.
Okay.
Like last week. These are the top 10 like pet peeves.
Okay.
I think of women, but as you will see, because some of these no man cares about. I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. If you're a man and you care about this, that's fine. Whatever. Moving on. So I'm going to read through them, and then we'll go back through them. I think there's 10, and I'll assign a number off to the side, and then we'll review your list and see how you did. So the peeves are, so the first is never cleaning the bathroom. So that the person does not do the janitorial duty on the bathroom. They just never do it. The second one is taking too long. Mm-hmm. So just being in the bathroom too long. The third is leaving the toilet seat up. Again, see why I think this is for women. No man cares. The four is not flushing. So just leaving it in the toilet.
That's gross.
Forgetting to replace the toilet roll.
I do that sometimes.
Or soap. Like they've put the two together. Leaving stains in the toilet. Little grease streaks. Little racing stripes. Peeing in the shower. Totally acceptable. Clogging the shower drain and not cleaning it out.
See, that would not be like a woman thing.
But I think there's guys that shave in the shower.
Who shave? What kind of guy shaves in the shower?
I don't know.
It's usually a woman's hair that gets clogged in the shower drain.
Yeah, that's facts. Not wiping the shower down after use.
What?
It says not wiping the shower.
Is that a thing? Should we be doing that?
I have no idea. Figure it dries. Let it air dry.
We usually have the fan on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then not opening the window or turning the fan on.
Man, I wish our bathroom
showering.
had a window.
No, you don't.
We could put it like right there above your Privycast.
No.
It'd be great.
Nope.
Let some natural light in
No.
there. Oh,
Why?
it's so nice.
I don't need natural light when I'm pooping.
I like natural
Just
light.
get on your phone and look at a picture of the outside.
I don't want to do that.
Well, leave the door open. You can see the outside from our bedroom.
Half of the year there's a giant RV that blocks
That's
our
the thing.
window.
This isn't going to be better.
If it's high enough, I think it would
No,
have light
no,
in,
that's
and
not
it
true.
would-
Nope,
Who knows?
that's false.
Anyway.
Okay, so
Is that
that's
all of the list?
that's all of them.
Okay.
So just gut reaction. Is there some that you would like to go ahead and place the top so many on? Like, is there one of those that's like, this is the worst one for me? I know what I think you'll say.
Can you read them one more time?
Yes, not cleaning the bathroom, taking too long, leaving the seat up, not flushing.
Not flushing.
That's number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's pretty wild. Like,
my younger brother did that one time.
that's marriage counseling level stuff going on there. Like,
Do you
if
remember
you're
that time when my brother came and visited with my parents, and then they had left and been gone for like a half an hour? It was at our old house, and I went in to use the bathroom, and he had left just a
Oh, yeah, because he was afraid it wouldn't flush or something. Yeah.
He just left it, and then they drove away, and they live 8 hours from us.
Yeah.
He was 20 to 30 minutes down the road, and I called my mom, and I was like, he just didn't flush. And she was like, well, just flush it. We're not coming back. I was like, no, I'm going to do that, but
no,
gross.
dang it. You come back and, yeah. Okay, forgetting to replace the toilet roll, leaving stains in the toilet, peeing in the shower, clogging the shower, not wiping the shower down, or not opening opening the window or turning on the fan.
Am I doing number 2 now?
Yeah. Am I going to read all of these every time?
The
streaks in the toilet?
No, it just I'm having a hard time
feel
with
like
hard ones.
I don't want to steer you, but I feel like the toilet seat up is pretty high up there for you.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean,
You just don't experience that often.
I don't experience it because you do it.
Let's go.
So
Did you hear that?
I guess that one, and then number 3 would probably be, if you never clean the bathroom, that would be rough. I'm going to be honest and put this out here. Hunter does the bathrooms more frequently than I do.
Yeah, I need to do that too.
Because can I tell you
why?
I hate cleaning the bathroom, and he doesn't hate it.
I don't hate it. And I'm going to go, and I'm just going to say this. I think it bothers me sooner.
I think it does too.
Like, it's not that it's even that dirty.
No,
I just, in my brain, it's been a week or so. I need to clean it. Like, it just bothers me quicker.
And other things in the house bother me that way faster. But like,
yep.
Like if you didn't clean it when you cleaned it, like if you never cleaned it ever, like that would be an issue for me.
Right. So number 4 then.
What was number 1 again?
You said not so far.
No, not me. What was your list? Number 1.
You said that it's your number 3, never cleaning the bathroom.
Oh, okay. What was number 2?
Taking too long, forgetting to replace the roll.
Okay, forgetting to replace the roll.
That's a 4.
Yeah.
I will note, and I want
Hunter doesn't take long in the shower or the bathroom, so I don't really have that kind of
it's
issue.
coming out like greased lightning. So like,
I don't have that issue.
It's literally flying out my butt every time.
That's why he goes, yeah, when he poops. So I guess that one would be 5.
The taking too long.
Yeah.
I mean, there's. Okay, let me ask you this: are stains in the toilet worse than that?
Well, you can't help that, though.
Okay, so is peeing in the shower worse than that?
I mean, no.
I pee in the shower every time I take a shower. Okay, so...
I'd say taking too long
is a 5.
And then it would probably be the clogging the shower. Yeah. Nobody likes to stand in dirty water like that.
Okay, so then you have 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have leaving stains, peeing in the shower, not wiping the screen. I feel like that's 10.
That's 10.
I don't know a human being. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Poop and then the peeing in the shower, I guess.
Poop in the toilet. What about not opening or turning the fan on when it's steamy?
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
Is that like a 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 7. Okay, we're going to see how you did. I don't think you did great. Is stains worse than peeing in the shower? You can save face and say no.
I think it's the peeing in the shower is probably worse than the stains in the toilet, but because you can't control that.
Peeing in the shower?
No, the stains in the toilet.
You
can't control that.
I was like, that's what I've been saying. I can't help it. I got to pee. Okay, so
I guess the real question is like when you pee in the shower, do you turn and pee facing the drain so it goes right
I
down?
pee directly into the drain.
Yeah.
It doesn't collect in the bottom.
Well, a lot of people, and like this is something that I grew up hearing, is that if you can't pee in the shower because it will come back through the pipes.
That's insane. That is fake. That's falsehood.
And so that was something.
If that was the case, you get foul like cleaning the lawn, like doing the lawn or like doing a project. And when you're rinsing all the filth off, that's not coming through.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I'm pretty sure your sister here we go. I'm going to get in trouble. I'm pretty sure your sister, Ashley, I might as well say which one too. Really bury myself here. I'm pretty sure she told me that she tells her kids.
She does, because we were told as kids
Yes.
not to pee in the shower. I let our kids pee in the shower.
Nieces. That's fake. That's a falsehood. Let it ride. I say turn and burn. Let it.
You're not getting it on your feet or anything.
Right.
It's just going directly down the drain. And usually it's because you're halfway through your shower and then you're like, frick.
Yep. Just
and
let it go.
You don't want to
It's
get
fine.
out wet.
Yep.
Because then you trek water and you get the whole bathroom wet.
Yeah. That's why.
And it's
why
completely different. If you have to poop, you get out of the shower and you go poop.
it's not completely different.
It is completely different. Have you seen our
All solids.
plug on
All
our...
solids.
No. You would
Bus.
have you pooped in our shower?
Here?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. But you still do it, even though it's not got the waffle grate. You can still do it.
No.
You just stomp it in the bottom of the shower, and then you rinse it all down.
That's disgusting.
It'll go. It'll go.
That is so gross.
The last stomp that I performed was at the church.
I'm trying to think about when you went to the gym this week.
No. It was when we did the young adults splatter box. I went there and showered after, and there was two young adults in the bathroom and one showering. I was like, I don't want to I have to go bad. I don't want to stop this, so I just went for it.
Gross.
I told Michael. He knows. I said, I dealt with it. You didn't notice, did you? No. I said, yeah, it's because I dealt with it.
You. Anyway.
Okay, so you see how you did. So you said number 1 for you was not flushing the toilet.
Yeah.
So that was number 8.
Seriously? That's disgusting. Who is okay with just poop staying in the toilet?
All right, so.
Wait, what was number 1?
Their number 1 is taking too long.
That's stupid.
Which you said is 5. So you didn't get number 1. Number 2 is not opening the window or turning the fan on.
No, that's not that high.
Nope. Number 3 for them was leaving the toilet seat up, which you were pretty close on that. You were said number 2. So that actually bothers you more than most people. What do you think about that?
Huh?
It bothers you more than most people, I think. That's what you could learn, maybe.
You're still putting the seat down, honey.
Number 4, they said forgetting to replace the roll. You actually got that one. So congrats. Number 5, clogging the shower drain. You had 6 for that one. Number 6, they said peeing in the shower. Number 7, not wiping the shower screen.
I don't like
that bothered people more than not flushing the toilet.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't understand. Is it they're not? Is it maybe the glass from a glass shower they need to wipe down?
Why would...
So you wouldn't get water streaks on it?
I have no idea. I don't even know what that is. Huh. Number 9 is never cleaning the bathroom.
Anyway, yeah.
Clean your freaking toilet.
Clean your bathroom. Not just your toilet. Clean your freaking bathroom.
Yeah, but the toilet especially.
It's gross. No, I'm going to go on a tirade. Clean your bathrooms. Your bathrooms are where you spend time naked.
It's also sometimes
Talk
where you
about
have
bacteria
snacks.
in there. Nope, you don't have snacks in there. If you're having snacks in the bathroom, it's a totally different issue.
I'm currently drinking...
a drink is different. Drink is different. I have tried the ice cold drink while taking a shower. It is surprisingly refreshing.
Perfect. The snack is next step.
I'm not doing a snack.
Try a popsicle. Try a popsicle in the shower. It's worth it.
I've eaten a popsicle in the bathtub when I'm taking a relaxing bath. Yeah. Does that count?
It counts, but baths.
I rinse off before my bath, so.
Yeah, it's still weird. There is not a bathtub size for an adult man.
What about that bathtub in the hotel that we went to?
That was a hot tub
in
the corner of the hotel. That's not a bathtub. It's a hot tub.
It was so nice.
Bathtubs don't have jets.
Some can.
No.
Soaker tubs have jets. Soaker tubs have jets.
That's for... Anyway, we're going to say anything. Okay, so you did...
I did terrible.
You got one. I actually liked your ranking better because these people are insane. Because apparently not cleaning your toilet
is lower than clogging it and
is
not turning on the fan. Why y'all turning on the fan but forgetting to clean your bathroom?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
at that
number
point, it
2.
doesn't even matter.
Number 2.
If your bathroom is not getting cleaned at that point, like leaving the fan on doesn't do anything. You already got mold.
I knew
and
this
gunk
would
burning
rile you up. So then the next thing that I have is some weird bathroom trivia. So full disclosure, what I did on this is I went back and I perused a handful of our previous episodes. Now, you're not going to be quizzed on our previous episodes. I'm not doing that. Okay. But this is just some bathroom knowledge / fun facts disguised as a trivia show about bathrooms that we have discussed in some way or another on this show. So the first question here, imagine that there was just some sort of music to announce that this is a show. So the first question is the pop-up floor to ceiling shower tubes. Are you with me?
The what?
Pop-up floor to ceiling shower tubes.
Like you get in it and it's a shower tube?
Yeah. Used on space stations are also used on what millennial fad campers?
Are they like camper vans?
Yeah.
Huh.
The van life tiny home vans. Yeah. That's what they use.
Interesting.
If they don't shower outside, they have the
pod ones.
They almost look like those little weird tunnels that our kids fight in.
Oh yeah,
all the time. It's like that, but it's not that material because it would just leak.
All right.
But they just pull it up and it hooks into a thing in the ceiling.
I have seen those,
and it can't get everywhere in there. It's just perfectly water in the tube.
Yeah. Okay.
I would be afraid of it clogging and it filling up.
That would be creepy.
And then it just fall over your stuff. Okay. I'm going to put a note here that you got that. Good job.
Thank you.
I have to find something that looks like it says that you got it. Why can't I find a check mark? Oh, a plus. A plus will do it. This is the pinnacle of what people listen to. Where is the plus? Oh, I found it. Okay.
Good job, babe.
Moving on. Okay, number 2. What sugar-free candy famously made people poop themselves?
Haribo gummy bears, sugar-free.
Perfect.
You cannot buy them anymore. We've looked.
I know. It's stupid. And, here's the thing. We live in a free country, last I checked. Check back in a few weeks. But I think it's a shame. If people want to buy diarrhea gummy bears, we ought to be able to buy them.
I think it was just because it cost too much that it was a health issue.
So do you know about the most recent batch of Oops All Berries that we did have? And I didn't say anything because let it ride. So it was giving people green diarrhea.
Our kids had green diarrhea after they ate it.
Bingo boingo, that would be why. Because the Oops All Berries had way too much green food dye in the batch. And it was... And the folks at Quaker
food diet, it's not gonna really hurt you.
The folks at Quaker just send it, let it ride.
It's not gonna hurt you.
The captain did not fight for his country to have people telling him he can't.
He didn't fight for the country at all.
He is a decorated serial mascot. He's not a captain. I'm not gonna pretend, but I think he's a corporal, based on the logos on his.
I have no idea.
Well, see, here's the thing: we have the power of the internet at our fingertips. So
I thought we were doing a trivia.
We are,
show.
but this is part of okay, so is Captain...
He's a colonel, I think.
First thing that comes up is Captain Crunch gluten-free. Nobody flipping cares. What's new in Google Chrome? Nobody cares. What's new in Google Chrome? Kiss my goat. Okay. Captain Crunch is depicted as a naval captain. He's not a captain. He is only a commander.
Oh,
so
he's a commander.
A commander. So the captain, stolen valor.
It's a Commander Crunch.
It's actually just as good. Commander Crunch.
It sounds better.
Like, if this was such a big deal, why don't they keep us from buying dragon fruit? What was your recollection of my dragon fruit experiment? Would you like to share with the people your perspective? They haven't heard mine yet, but full review incoming. 2024 is going to be a year of Hunter's experiments finally aired. I've got some real treats. Okay. I've got some forbidden audio of vasectomy that's definitely coming out.
Yeah. Oh gosh, because I'm in my eye.
Convenient, right? As I ask about my dragon fruit
We
experiment.
saw on TikTok, I think it was on TikTok.
That's the only place anybody learns anything these days. So.
Right. That if you ate a yellow dragon fruit, it was essentially a natural laxative.
Yes.
But you had to eat it quickly.
Well, I don't know, but I ate one and it didn't do anything. So then I said, well, I might as well just double up.
So we got him 2, and he had 2, and it was the 2 worked for Hunter.
Yeah.
It was have you ever like gotten
go.
really close to a waterfall?
I have described. It's been almost a year since that. About 7,
It's
8
like the
months.
sound of a waterfall was coming out of him.
Have you ever dumped soup down the toilet?
Yes, that's that sound.
Yep, it's the exact sound. If you've ever dumped anything in the toilet,
That's what I was saying. Like when you get close to a waterfall where it's like the
yeah,
really hard.
Yeah.
That's what it was. And it was almost all liquid, I think.
yeah, I can confirm there was seeds involved.
Yeah, because there's a lot of seeds in a dragon fruit.
Yeah, and there's a lot of seeds in you when you eat the dragon fruit, and it's like, get me out of here.
But I think Hunter ate 2 dragon fruits in like 20 minutes, and that's
We're
just
like
rough.
3 minutes. I was,
Was it
pounded.
3?
I pounded them.
Was it?
It was
3?
long enough to where I could record the whole thing and
maybe
put.
it was 5.
It was fast.
It was fast, but I mean, it's got to be hard to eat that much of the same flavor.
Yeah, it's weird.
And the texture it's got a lot of seeds.
It's good.
Like that's the only thing I can try. It's like
It's like a really wet kiwi
yeah,
and not
bigger
as-
seeds.
and sweeter.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. So number 3. Sorry, we're off on dragon fruit land over here. What are the tiny figurines of a figure taking a dump, commonly set on the edge of a nativity scene from Catalonia called?
oh gosh, I know this too.
You know all this crap because I have just like passively floated it out there at some point.
Oh, I wish I could remember what they're called. We talked about it
Very
a lot
good.
too, just around Christmas time.
Yeah, because I
Because
keep
you
always.
wanted to collect them.
I just want to get one, but they're weirdly like they're not hard to find, but they're hard to find at a price that's not stupid.
Yeah, go ahead. I can't remember.
They're called Cagners or Cagnes. Yep. All right. True or false? Number 4, true or false? If you flush the airplane toilet while using it, you'll get stuck or your guts will get sucked out.
False.
Yeah, and how do we know that?
Because you did it on an airplane.
Yes.
While we were flying to Florida.
As you sat maybe 10 feet away.
I wasn't even 10 feet
Yeah.
away. We sat directly in front of the bathroom. You could hear him talking through the wall.
Do you think other people on the plane heard me?
Yeah, the people behind the bathroom.
I thought I was way quieter than that. Could you actually hear me? No. Oh, thank God.
If anything, your mom could. Because
I was like, there's no way. Because all you can hear is like, I had to do so much to that audio to make it anything worth hearing. All you can hear is of the
From the
plane
plane.
flying through the air.
Yeah.
Okay, number 5.
I don't know why he thought he should try it while we were flying to Florida for family vacation, though. Because what happens if he did get sucked out of the airplane?
I was pretty confident I wasn't going to get sucked. It's not. You don't get sucked out of the airplane. You get stuck on the toilet. Worst case scenario, it sucks your guts out your butt.
Because like the toilet would open and then it would close.
I think you'd have to be big.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, slurps anyway. Number 5, Disney World is built one level up. Between the sewers and the Magic Kingdom level you walk on is what?
It's a trail. It's brown.
Nope, you're thinking of Frontierland, the poopy trail.
Oh yeah.
No. What is between the sewers and the ground level that you walk on? There is something in between.
Are you talking about like the bathrooms there?
Nope.
I don't know if I remember this one.
They're tunnels.
Yeah.
They've built these things called utilidors to like get cast members and emergency response around in the
I don't
park.
think you ever told me that.
Yeah, so they built this when they built Disneyland, or Disney World. They learned from Disneyland that they couldn't have like Woody walking through Buzz Lightyear world. Mm-hmm. And they didn't want like fire.
Wait a minute. Huh? You just said Woody couldn't walk through Buzz
but
Lightyear
they didn't
world.
want like they didn't want like Jack Sparrow walking through, Spaceland or
Right.
whatever, because it breaks the stuff. It ruins the magic. Kids believe this.
It would ruin the magic.
So they built when they built Disney World, so what you walk on is actually like the second story.
Oh, okay.
That's like when you walk up it, you are walking up a grade, and in between, like on ground level, is these tunnels. Huh. And then the sewers are underneath. So when you poop, it goes through like the pipes where they're all walking around underneath you.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. But like that's why you've never seen like police or emergency response
when there's
in the park, because they use the tunnels to get to where they need to go. Huh. Anyway, utilidors is what they're called.
Yeah, I don't think you ever told me about them.
Perfect. Number 6, the Mariko Aoki phenomenon is when people say they need to poop where or while doing what?
The what?
The Mariko Aoki phenomenon. It's a thing. It happens so many times that they named it.
I don't know.
So people say that if they're in a bookstore, being in a bookstore makes them have to poop.
Oh yeah, every time I have to go to the bookstore.
Yes.
Especially at Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a thing.
That's weird.
If you're looking at books, libraries, people say it happens at the library too, because it's like the books.
Maybe it's the old book paper smell.
I don't know. Number 7, this one you're going to have to, this one's a little tougher because I'm not. What are fatbergs?
I know fatbergs.
Yeah.
Fatbergs are, it's a giant log of poop, right?
Not poop.
No. Is it fat?
Yeah.
From like,
yeah.
And it floats down the sewers?
Yeah. And it clogs the sewers. Yes.
I knew those ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got that one. Large collections of fat and waste collected in the sewers.
Usually under the bigger cities.
Yep. In cities with old, like...
Sewer systems.
Sewage. Yeah. I forgot to give you credit for a couple of those back there. I went back.
Thank you.
Number 8, what does the term janitor mean? To help you, they're the keeper of what's?
The facilities?
Nope.
Or the keys?
Yeah.
Is it just the keys?
The keeper of keys.
See, I thought it might be keys, but I was like, no, that can't be that.
Yeah.
It's got to be the facility.
So they are the people that, like, they were first in and last out. So they locked the doors. The key keepers. We'll give it to you. Number 9, what's the term for hardened, nearly fossilized piece of poop? It's got a name.
I don't...
People study these.
I don't know.
Called caprolites. They're like poo.
I understand.
Okay. Last one here. What was the occupation of the man who invented the plunger? What was his job?
I feel like it had to do with, wasn't it chocolate?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he made the plunger because the chocolate kept
Yeah.
clogging things.
Yeah. That's the sinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like Willy Wonka.
Yeah. Did you expect me to get that one right?
No, I did not.
I listen to you when you talk to me.
I really hope that there is just a nod to that in the newest Wonka, where he's just like he invents a plunger. I would make that whole movie worth seeing.
It's a musical.
Yeah, never mind. And you're right. There's no saving it now. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You passed.
Yay!
In the state of Oregon, without a modified diploma, you passed.
Yay!
With a modified diploma, you're practically ready to teach it. No, good job.
Is that actually like out of 10? 6 out of 10?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, that's good. Especially some of those were like weird.
Well, I do listen to you when you tell me these things.
I know.
But there were some that I didn't.
But
like, I didn't know the Disney World one. I don't think we had ever talked about that one.
Yeah, that one's just weird.
And
I thought maybe you knew.
I
thought maybe you knew that because you like Disney.
Yeah, but remember, the first time I went to Disney Disney World was with you.
Yeah.
Like, I knew Disney movies and stuff. But the other one is like the nativity thing. As soon as you said like around Christmas, I knew what you were talking about, but I couldn't remember the name of it because it's such a weird one.
Yeah, it is. Well, so do you have any bathroom stories that you're just itching to share as we draw near to the end of this?
I'll tell a story.
Perfect.
Here's the deal.
Perfect.
I don't remember like exactly who did this, Deed. I'm pretty sure I know.
I'm supposed to pretend like you don't remember. Is that right?
No, I don't actually
okay.
remember.
I was like, because
For
you
sure.
definitely told me something.
I'm pretty
about somebody.
sure it's my. I'm pretty sure. Okay, and it didn't even happen in the bathroom.
Shots fired.
Okay,
here comes the shots.
So when we were little, we went to the.
How little? Like 10?
Yeah, we were young. We went to the. Oh, there's something caverns.
Carlsbad?
No. No.
That's the only caverns that I know of.
Something caverns. I can't remember. And for whatever reason, I think it was because either my mom was pregnant or she had just had one of my brothers.
Well, if she just had one of them,
she would have just
that
had.
doesn't make sense. You got 4.
Yeah.
I almost said 3.
If she wasn't pregnant, she had just had Dante.
Makes sense.
But for whatever reason, instead of camping in a tent, we had rented a cabin.
Nice.
For all of us.
A yurt.
And no, this was like an old school cabin. And so this cabin had like 2 sets of bunk beds and then a bigger bed. And so
shoot.
Some of us slept on the floor, but what happened was Mom and Dad slept in the bigger bed. I feel like Dante
Rightfully
was
so.
Yeah, I feel like Dante was a baby. And then
so he would be wearing a diaper.
yeah,
that's important to this.
Dante was and then in the bunk beds, we slept 2 in a bed, I think it was. So
there was plenty of you. You might as
4,
well have. That math doesn't, unless there's 3
5. It must have been Mom was pregnant, and so somebody slept on the floor where and somebody slept with. Somehow, whatever it was, there was 2 above on the bunk bed and 2 below, and I was on the bottom of the bunk bed, and there was somebody with me. I'm pretty sure Armando and I were sharing the bottom bunk, and I think there was 2, there was a twin bed, and Katie and Ashley were sharing that, and so I think it was Gio and Don and Ian, or Ian and Armando, and Gio was with me, whichever one that was. And I'm fairly certain, and I can't I can't say 100% positive, but I'm fairly certain it was Ian who wet the bed.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is like a cabin for camping, so I mean, like the mattress was essentially nothing, and he slept in a sleeping bag, and so. And then below, it must have been me and Gio, because we wouldn't have put Gio on the top. He would have been too little. And when I woke up, I was wet.
The rudest of awakenings.
I was wet because it had gone
Why is it wet?
Through the sleeping bag, through the mattress, and dripped
gross.
down onto me and whichever of my other brothers was sharing the bed with me.
That's gross.
And we both...
What an experience to have had.
We were both wet. We had a shower. I'm pretty sure we had to leave.
Can I tell you? You ready for me to make it worse? One step worse. So not only did that happen, but also that pee like soaked through and just helped all of the build-up material from everybody who'd ever slept on that little pad just right through onto you.
Oh, yeah, I know. And we had, the caverns were a couple hours from our house, so the sleeping bags just had to be rolled up wet pee.
Gross. Yuck.
To travel home.
I just,
So we could wash them. We couldn't just get new sleeping bags. There was a lot of us.
No, I know, but... I don't know if I'd have rolled it up. I would have left it open and just stuck it in the back. Why?
We had a dog too. Mocha came with us camping.
He's fine.
She's fine.
Whatever.
And we had
How dare you?
Camping gear.
How dare you tell Mocha what he will be or she will be?
She had puppies. She was a girl.
Again, how dare you?
She picked out a pink collar when she was a baby.
That's not real.
Yes, it is.
No, dogs can't do things like that.
Regardless, it was rolled up. We had camping gear for like a weekend camping trip, and it filled up the back of our van. The only way to get everything in was to roll the sleeping bags.
Have I ever told you? Sorry, this right here. I am definitely going to try to poop in one of these one day. Tell me that's not the best idea. For pooping in the outdoors that you've ever seen. For those, you can't see this. We don't have video, and it's not on the horizon. It's a yak sack, like the doctor grade barf bag.
They're freaking awesome.
I'm telling you, just put that right up, butt gasket, yoink, let her ride. Like, it's got a collection bag. How is this
Where are you
not?
going to dispose of that?
You twist it and throw it in the trash.
Yeah, but I think the issue is like when you're out camping and stuff, you just kind of like dig a hole, poop.
Okay,
in the
you dig a
hole.
hole, you empty it down into the hole. You got this. You throw it away when you get back to camp.
Ew.
Done.
Just poop.
10 out of 10.
Oh,
No, because you can't aim. This is so much easier.
Gross.
We just have like a bajillion of these barf bags just dead dropped around our house.
They're fantastic.
If I had to throw up, there's a barf bag probably within 10 feet of me at any given moment.
Well, that's because we accidentally both bought like 1,300 of them one time.
Still working on them. We're using them pretty liberally too, because sometimes we spit in them, children.
Who does that?
Our daughter will be like, "Hut, hut, hut," and it's just like a little bit of spit in the bottom. It's like, you couldn't do that in the trash. You couldn't do that in the trash. Well, very good. You got peed on.
Yeah, I got peed on. We rinsed off, like we cleaned off in the showers.
Yeah.
And then we just traveled, and I remember they were really gross, and we washed them when we got back to the house.
That's fun.
So I remember that happening.
It's another day in paradise.
One time my siblings and I were playing with matches in the bathroom.
Don't do that, kids.
I think mom had runs. I don't remember where mom was. And we lit a tissue on fire. And then my sister freaked out and she dropped it on the floor while it was on fire.
Oh my gosh.
And we all of us were like, and
you guys are like
on the
one
floor.
mishap away from being like low-level arsons.
We wanted to see what would happen.
It'll go up in flames and burn.
So we dropped it on the bathroom floor, which was carpet in that house.
What? Oh no, that's heinous.
We just stomped it out.
You do not put carpet in the bathroom.
Oh, whoever had built that house, there was carpet in the bathroom.
That's insane.
We just stomped it out. Mom never knew. We never told her.
Well, you just did. So
no, my mom doesn't listen to this.
You better hope. You're gonna be grounded.
She can't ground me. I'm an adult now. I have children of my own.
I can clip anything from this episode and send it to people. It's very easy.
You don't want to do that, though.
No, it would be funny though. So the last thing that I have for you, I don't have a bunch of round 3 questions because we're not that far into the development phase. You're the first person to make it to the 3rd time.
That means I'm doing so good.
Yeah, you got a game show.
I'll help you think of a name for it later.
Yeah. But one of the things that I thought would be fun, as having made it to the 3rd time on here, is you picking the next episode. So don't do that.
My nose itches.
Well, don't itch your nose with the microphone. It sounds bad. Golly. I hope Kyle hears this and he'll know what you did. So here's your options. You pick the next episode. Maybe, or I'll start researching and go, ooh, there was enough there. So the first is men standing to pee. Like, why and when did that become a thing that we said, well, guys stand to pee?
Okay.
Guys can sit and pee. It's fine.
I feel like, isn't it just easier to stand though?
Not really. I mean, you have to aim a lot more, that's for sure. The second is Eastern bathing rituals.
Ooh. Wait, Easter bathing rituals?
Eastern, not Easter.
Okay.
An episode that will happen eventually anyway, but it's called Bidet Part 2 because Bidet Part 1 happened and it brought us up to about 1900. And so there is bidet history that happens after that involving me.
Yes, because we have a bidet now.
Yeah, and I still have a recording of me getting flavor blasted for the first time.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And the last one is, I put it on here just to see, is Skibbity the Toilet Man.
I remember Skibbity.
No, you don't.
You told me about Skibbity.
You flippin' don't. I don't even know what Skibbity is. Our son runs around. Skibbity bop bop bop. That's what these flippin' little kids are running around. I took our kids to the park yesterday, and the kids are doing it. They're like skibbity skibbity bop 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 across the thing, and I'm like,
Are they doing that?
I'm
and
old.
They're saying swear words. Too.
Yeah, they are saying swear words. There was this girl, she's probably 8, and she said the SH word so many times.
Does she have short hair?
I don't pay attention to that.
Oh my god, I know, but it's so much easier for me to describe people if you like pay attention to
I didn't pay
physical
attention to
appearance.
that.
Sorry, I did not
Yeah, I don't
mean
do
to
that.
whack that one.
No, she was like,
'Cause
oh,
she was-
bleep, every
yeah,
time.
She was the same girl I'm thinking about. She was there the last time, and sorry, I'm so sorry. And she like jumped off the swing and like almost fell on her face.
Shablee.
And then she comes up because Sarah had me pushing her, and I pushed Sarah, and I came over to spin her friend on the thing, and she comes up, she's like, I can push your daughter, and I was like, no, that's okay. That's really kind of you to ask, but she's fine.
Yeah. Sorry, Popeye the Sailor Butthole, but you're not doing it. So what do you have a little say here. What do you want me to adventure into?
I want to know about this Skibbity guy.
Oh my god.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I want to know if he's something that I want our kid to be dancing around with.
I don't think our son has any idea what it is.
Skibbity bop bop bop.
No, I think
trash.
I don't think he's seen it.
No, but he learns it from his friends.
No, but I think he's just saying skibbity.
Well, whatever.
Because
I want to know
it's catchy. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing to say.
I just want to know what this guy is about.
Well, it looks like somehow next time we're doing Skibbity the Toilet Man, which will probably be the exact name of the episode. Well, Anna, thank you for being here again. I'm gonna close this. This is the dog taking the poop in the backyard. When it does that, I can hear it. I can hear the beard hair.
Sorry, I should not have itched my nose, but
Yeah,
I was like
it sounds-
here, and
it's
I was like, and I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna do a real quick rub.
Other people use these.
Don't say anything. Nobody has to
Oh,
know.
you just did. You don't understand how this works.
You can erase it.
You're being recorded.
You can take it out.
Do you consent? No. I'm going to close the show. Thank you guys for listening. You can send us an email, privycast@gmail.com. You can follow us online at Privycast. You can go follow Anna. What are you at Anna Bug? And you've got your Two Nuts Baking.
Yeah.
You tell people about Two Nuts Baking. That'll be fun.
Okay. So
If you're in the Albany-ish area or surrounding Albany, Oregon or surrounding-ish area, you should listen up.
So my friend Rachel and I, we have a baking business that we run out of our home. We don't do anything like too advanced. If it's mostly like custom orders for things, but we do a lot of cupcakes and different other kinds of treats, scones especially, and some different kinds of flavored bread things.
I just want to eat all of it.
Next week, because we make the Valentine's dinner for our church. Rachel and I are making about 120 cannolis.
Sheesh.
And so
the grimmest face said it all. It's a lot of cannolis.
It is a lot of cannolis. But if you want to order cannolis while we're making cannolis,
isn't there like a saying about like if you have a cannoli or a gun, like leave the gun
and take the box of cannolis?
Isn't that the thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Also,
it's take the gun.
It's if you have one cannoli, it's called a cannolo.
Huh.
Cannoli is plural.
Interesting.
Anyway, we're gonna be making them. If you want to order some cannolis, we are Two Nuts Baking on Facebook. We also are Two Nuts Baking on Instagram.
Yep.
And we don't have a lot of pictures up right now. I'm doing my best.
The treats are delicious.
But everything that we've had out has always
delicious.
been a success. So
It's delicious. Yeah. Order up. You can leave the show a rating or review. Spotify or Apple is the best place to do that. I tell you to do that because as a thank you for doing so, we give some money to Wounded Warriors and Living Water as a reminder to keep pooping in the free world and to work towards safer water. This has been another episode of Privy. Thank you for being here again.
You're welcome.
Thank you for listening. Keep pooping in the free world. Own your stank. And now, as always, don't forget to flush.
Ha ha ha.